Yes. Yes. Hey y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Call this meeting to order. First things first, would anyone like to utilize open forum?
Hey you guys, I'm Don Evans, AVP of DEI. If you guys didn't know me, haven't been here in a minute, so hey, all you guys. I'm just utilizing open forum right now because I was hoping to just kind of get you guys to see my face, but I also wanted to ask a little question and see if anybody will be welcoming to collaborating on some legislation regarding undergraduate student pay. I'm just thinking about kind of finding a campus minimum. Just kind of like finding a common ground for everyone on campus. I know pay kind of ranges all around from like 17.5, we got some 14 or so. So just finding like a basis or a starting pay for everyone on campus that's kind of livable, just because livable wage in Auburn is somewhere near 1780 or so. So I don't know if you guys knew that fact. I've been doing some brief researching about other schools and their undergraduate pay in certain positions. So I have just, brief like small, information just on my laptop, but I have been meaning to look into some more over the upcoming weeks. So if anybody wants to collaborate with that, please let me know. You guys can contact with me on Outlook, simple as the type of name nowadays, or you can get my number from Carter. Me and him are always talking as well. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me, text me, call me, anything. I'm always open. Thank you.
I'll send your email and the email.
So you don't have it. Anyone else like to use open forum? Keep it on food drive.
Hello, my name is Jackson Wells. I'm the VP of Marketing for the BBAMA Food Drive this year. Just wanted to come here today and talk about this Friday is our 30th annual kickoff for our 30th annual drive. It's a huge day. It's the first day we're allowed to start accepting donations. It again marks the 30th year that we've served both the community and the food bank of East Alabama with the 7 counties they provide food to. We'll begin accepting monetary and physical non-perishable donations this Friday. With that, it comes a massive campus push, and we just really appreciate if through your avenues and through the resources that SGA provides to y'all, if you could sort of help us with that push and to make this our biggest year yet. We've broken our record 2 years in a row now, and we're hoping to smash it again this year. The official number we're shooting for, as per our president and organization, is 1 million pounds of food, which is massive, and it's something that we're all really passionate about and we all really hope to accomplish. And now we're going to talk a little bit about events and what we have coming up.
Hi, I'm Jenna Baldwin. I'm VP of Outreach for the EFC this year. Like we were saying, our goal is to reach 1 million pounds. And each dollar is 7 meals or 2 pounds of food, so you can do the math in your head. The service area for the food bank of East Alabama covers 60,920 people, so do that math in your head. This Friday we have a huge push, as he was saying. We have a duck tank on the screen area. We have concourse on Haley and Roosevelt Concourse with donuts in the morning, and then hot dogs and cookout quesadillas in the afternoon. And we're doing a giveaway for a Hugh Freeze signed football on Tumor's Corner as well. We have a lot of awesome things coming. Pie for President next week, a 5K. Really fun things planned this year. I hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Okay, thanks y'all. Any excuse to beat Bama or to get your involvement hour. Would anyone else like to utilize open forum? Okay, we'll move into approval of the minutes. The minutes were sent out yesterday, or last week, Tuesday. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Okay, seeing none, they'll be approved and corrected, and we'll move into reports from officers, beginning with President.
Yeah, just a few things for me. First, we had our meeting regarding standardization of Canvas pages this past Friday, which went super well. I have a few notes I'm going to share with you all really quickly because a lot of them pertain to us. First, we're going to be inviting the VK Center to Cabinet. So I'd encourage any of y'all to attend that are really interested in it. They're going to be really just asking questions on what we want this this Canvas page, I guess that'll be like a template to look like. Another thing is that they're going to give a bunch of different options to the exec team, which we're going to definitely be able to give some of that information to you all as far as what would look like an ideal Canvas page. And so we'll make a selection on what an ideal Canvas page looks like, and then administrations down the road, they'll be able to look at it and say, okay, a professor makes a course, does it have the SGA stamp of approval? So does it meet like what that standardization of Canvas page is going for? So hopefully that would encourage A, students to recognize the sign up for the class, and also to the professor to meet that standard. And lastly, we'll be looking at our peers too. Another thing I put up on here is the food drive competition is that we'll be having one amongst your committees, just as much as we will have ones amongst the branches within cabinet. So I encourage all to get within your committees and find ways to raise some cans or raise some money for BBM Food Drive. Maybe you can talk a little bit more about it at the end. And the last thing I have is we had a meeting last week with the new strategic plan that'll be coming through. That'll be a 10-year plan for Auburn. They're going to do some listening sessions for students, so I'll be coming to y'all with questions on what we want this to look like. Anyways, that's it.
Thanks, Emily. Next report from Fisher.
Hey all. So I'll have some budget meetings with our AVPs to talk about funding, and that's going to be happening over the next few weeks. This week I also have a Zoom meeting scheduled with the University of Arkansas treasurer to just kind of benchmark and talk about our fees, the way we generate them, and how we use them for SGA. So I'm super excited about that and being able to offer any help or services that we can. The ring was last week. Ring night will be on November 30th. So please go on the lookout for graphics and promotional materials in order to share as we gear up for the night. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Matthew. Next report from the Executive Vice President of Outreach.
Hey everyone, happy Monday. Hope y'all had a good weekend. First off is I will be attending the International Student Advisory Group meeting this Wednesday. Disregard the Auburn Answers one, those are for AVPs. And then the Career Discovery and Success poll that I have been mentioning the past couple weeks, we ended up having 260 responses. And so the results of that, for first place was Higher AU, it tied with Auburn Career Network. So we'll see what they end up deciding to change handshake to. And then voter registration drive went so well. We had 110 students registered to vote, which is awesome considering that last year we had 5. So huge jump. We're super excited about that. So proud. Y'all did a better job at responding to that than cabinet, so thank you. And then lobby board retreat is this Thursday. And then last thing is Heyday Volunteer Forums closes Friday at 4:45. Hope you have a great week. Let me know if you need anything.
Make sure y'all get those Heyday volunteer forms in because it's my favorite day of the year. Okay, next our report from Jill, Executive Vice President of Outreach. Okay.
Hey all. So we submitted the Guam contract last week. So SGA is going to have 4 pages in the yearbook, which we're so excited about. We're also working on a lobby board post to feature people that just were selected for this year's lobby board, which is so exciting. And then I'm currently spending a lot of time planning Better Relations Day. So, this is my report from cabinet, but committee chairs, be on the lookout of y'all's email. You might be getting an email from me or Jackson concerning what this day may look like for you. And then we just got 54 new freshman performers, which we're so excited about. They're having their first meeting on Thursday, and I'm so excited to see them all in a room together. And then we're having a retreat on Sunday. So if you see them, say hey, introduce yourself. They're so excited to get started. But thank y'all.
Thanks, Jill. Now a report from Dylan and Initiatives.
Hey guys. Yeah, we had a Fresh Blends preliminary meeting today. I'll let we'll talk a little bit more about that. But we received some feedback about using your Tiger card for concessions at the football games, and people were having trouble with that, and received word that that's been resolved. So y'all, if you use concessions on Saturday, please let me know if you have any troubles with that. Also, fun fact, who in here is an engineering student? So they're working on putting a pizza robot in Cafe 25, which is cool. It's not just for engineering students, by the way, for everybody, but yeah, that's something to look forward to for sure. Academics, we had the meeting about standardization of Canvas pages, went well, and moving forward with that. And all water lyrics, Jumbotron, moving forward. The Gibbs initiative to kind of revamp the program about reserving rooms in the library is in the works. And yeah, more to come on the pickup and drop off zone initiative for parking. So that's pretty much it. Thanks, guys.
Okay, that concludes exec reports. If you want to see Dylan imitate the robot, ask him after. Now we'll move into committee reports, starting with academic affairs.
Rudolph Engineering, not much of academic affairs. Last week, me and the AVP of Academics met to kind of go over what some things that we can continue to collaborate on. One thing coming out this week is my team's going to be working on gathering some feedback questions they can release for Up All Night. I don't think Senate's really been involved in some of that feedback, so we're trying to do that this year. We're also working on scheduling some time with Dylan the next couple of days to really look at how we can include some of the exec goals, some of our goals, do some tangible realization this semester. Besides that, it's pretty much all from academic affairs. Thank you.
Little business, so tonight we have all the final budgets coming across the floor as current orders, so that's super excited to get those passed. John has been working on an RFR to get all of Senate and Cabinet free apparel, so that should be coming in the coming weeks. Yeah, that's all for me tonight. Thank you all.
Really quickly, so Jill did this in cabinet today, but so it's kind of between sweatshirts and quarter zips. Raise your hand if you want an SGA sweatshirt.
Crew neck or hoodie?
Quarter zip. Raise your hand if you want quarter zip.
Oh, yeah, kind of want. Are you saying like sweatshirt, like hoodie, or like crew neck?
Crew neck, probably.
Those were last year.
Okay, so quarter zip. Okay, it might be a little bit more, but that'll be coming on the, so I'll let you know what the price on that is. Okay, next we have a report from Coda Laws.
Not with our budget.
Clearing at large, tonight we have some clarifications, updates, adjustments coming through as future orders, so be sure to ask questions if you would like to or have any questions about that. And then also our survey on SGA exec and this homecoming eligibility has been returned to us. We're going to do a deeper kind of dive into that this afternoon, but preliminary glance says that good feedback was collected, so we're excited to look into it.
Next report from DPI.
Inman business, no report.
Report from Student Affairs.
Building at large. So we have a few things today. With athletics, Dylan mentioned the alma mater project is going forward. We're gonna continue to gather feedback about the game day experience. One thing that we definitely want y'all's feedback on is they're trying out energy drinks at the game this weekend. So I want to know y'all's thoughts on those. I think it's the new rain drinks. Yeah. 'Cause it has to be Coca-Cola. So health and wellness, we have a meeting scheduled soon regarding outside telehealth counseling services. I heard ASBA might wanna get in on that as well, that's exciting, so we'll be updating on that, soon. Vera is following up with the Heyday team about the custodial staff involvement. We had a meeting with dining, the rec, and fresh blends, went pretty well. Our next steps are to explore spaces in the rec and maybe other areas that could house the machines. So we're gonna continue to look at that. Parking and transportation. Jake and Eb had a meeting this week regarding the impact hours voiding parking tickets. So Jake and Eb are gonna have a table on the concourse soon, gathering feedback on that, seeing what that could look like. Right now, the plan is for that whole process to take 10 days total from appealing the ticket all the way to getting your ticket voided. So yeah, it's really exciting. Dining, we got a few projects going with dining, potentially putting Auburn Answers QR codes posted around the edge. That was Haley's idea. I think that's a great idea. And then October 2nd, there's a cabinet and senate dinner at the edge. So maybe business casual. We'll see.
We decided today, come as you are.
So that's is that next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And then TBD on the time, but you most likely will get a free swipe. It will be free either way, but we're figuring out how it's free. So, and then campus safety, we had a meeting with city relations this week. So with the 320 issue, our hands are kind of tied. The city relations people were like, we've tried, and we're going to continue to explore ways that we might be able to do something about that. But what's exciting is they're doing a social media campaign, or planning on one, with the AU10 system. And we're going to try to get involved with that and have a Senate cabinet collaboration on that. So that's all from us. Thanks, y'all.
And finally, a report from the executive committee.
Hey y'all, not much for me. Make sure that y'all are doing your office hours at the same time and place every week so that people can talk to you if they want. Keep doing your office hour, keep doing your involvement hour. It's Ethan Laney's birthday, that's all. Happy birthday,
Okay, that concludes committee reports, and now liaison reports, starting with Honors Congress.
Honors College. So this week, the Honors Congress is hosting a secret session, and they're going to be doing airplanes and recipe. And then diversity and honors is game night tomorrow, 5 p.m. in the library.
And next report from ASBA.
ASBA. A couple things. I think a couple senators plugged our shirts we did last week. Our military appreciation shirts. Good news, we've sold over 700 of those. So, every 100 of those we sell is another scholarship we can give away at this year's gala. So if you have not bought one, please buy one, and I will send out the link. I think I've shared it with a lot of you. I'll share it again. We are working on the TRICARE clinic issue still. We have a meeting set up with Fred Camp, who's the clinic director, to address this issue. During Military Appreciation Week that's coming up, we will be on the concourse holding small events and conducting some different activities. One day we're going to be doing a pull-up competition out there and giving out some military appreciation items. Operation Iron Ruck is still on track for Thanksgiving. If you do not know, we are going to be starting in Tuscaloosa and coming back to Auburn for the Ruck. We are also partnering with ROTC. We're doing a blood drive. That's going to be on October 19th at the Auburn Naval ROTC from 1300 to 1800. Nickel Center, room 108. Thank you.
The next in order is current orders of business. So we'll start with the first bill brought to you by Senator Summer. And it's starting with 07 because we voted on 1 through 6 last week when they were moved to current order.
Shoulder business, ask for approval of the following. The allocation of $219,362 for the student organization budget for the 2022 to 2023 fiscal year. Now move to strike 2022 to 2023 in place of the 2023.
So a motion has been made to amend this legislation. Is there a second? Second. Is there any debate? Any questions? I will move into a vote on the amendment. All in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. Aye. All not in favor, please raise your hand and say nay. Okay, the amendment will be adopted and we'll move to a vote on the legislation at hand. So is there a second? Second. Okay, and y'all can go vote in the campus quiz.
Trey, did you vote? Oh, he said no.
4 more people, if you haven't submitted, please submit your vote.
One vote.
Yeah, there's 2 votes. We've only gone through 1. That's probably 1.
Oh, you were ready for?
I've got it.
Oh, okay. The ayes have it and this bill passed. Next, current order of business brought to you by Senator Smith.
Smith, Bill Wires. I move to amend this bill to strike 2022, 2023.
Did all this.
2023.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any debate? All in favor of amending this bill, say aye and raise your hand. All not in favor, say nay and raise your hand.
Ask for approval of the following: the allocation of $337,310 to the Board of the Student Government Association budget for the 2023-2024 fiscal year. The amount will be allocated among the following categories as shown.
Is there a second? It has been moved and seconded. Is there any debate? Are you saying no debate? We'll move it to a vote. Everyone keep voting. Yeah. Voting on, yeah.
Three.
Okay, the ayes have it and this bill will be passed. Next, current order of business brought to you by Senator Price.
Price Engineering, I asked for approval for following the allocation of $106,235 to the International Student Organization for the 2023-2024 fiscal year among the following categories.
Is there a second? Second. Is there any debate? Okay, seeing there's no debate, we'll move into a vote.
She can write some fire songs. Yeah, she can. She can. Jay's not like that.
Did you vote?
Yeah. Which one is?
The third one.
We already voted.
Is it international?
Yes.
International Student Organization budget.
That's fair.
Okay.
He forgot to press submit. He had it cleared.
The ayes have it and this bill is adopted. Next current order of business brought to you by Senator Knighton.
County business, ask for approval of the following. Allocation $105,540 for the emerge budget for the 2023-2024 fiscal year. The amount will be allocated among the following categories as shown.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is moved and seconded. Is there any debate? We will now move into a vote, seeing no debate.
No, it has my correct. 6:30. It's 3 o'clock Saturday, 3 a.m. Saturday, or Sunday.
Where do you
The game. You care so much about the school. It's so beautiful. They should have asked me for a ride back. I guess you and your car would have. Yep.
Go to your logo.
The ayes have it, and this bill will be adopted. Next current order of business brought to you by Senator Jones.
Jones, Hudson, last year's approval of the following, the allocation of $122,383 for the service program budget for the 2023-2024 fiscal year. This amount will be allocated among the following categories as shown.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's moved and seconded. Is there any debate? Seeing no debate, we'll move into a vote. The ayes have it, and this bill is adopted. Next, current order of business brought to you by Senator Chugwell.
Board business size for approval of the following, the allocation of $118,975.92 to the Black Student Union for the 2023-2024 fiscal year among the following categories. Passes over.
Is there a second?
Second.
It is moved and seconded. Is there any debate? Seeing no debate, we'll move into a vote.
It's not a media, is it a media organization?
Okay, actually, it's not in the canvas quiz, so all in favor of passing this bill as written, please say aye and raise your hand.
Aye.
All not in favor, please say nay and raise your hand. Okay, this bill will be passed as written, and next current order of business is brought to you by Senator Talley.
Why can't we always, why do we have to do games? Why can't we always do that? That's not what we brought up in Exec.
Tally Human Sciences asks for approval of the following, the allocation of $188,504.99 the student media activity portfolio for the 2022-2023 fiscal year budget.
Is there a second?
Second.
It is moved and seconded. Is there any debate? Seeing no debate, we'll move into a vote.
Great job. A minute at last. Yeah. Chill.
The ayes have it, and this bill will be passed. Final current order of business brought to you by Senator Smith.
Smith Engineering asks for the approval of the following, the allocation of $839,620 the program student activity portfolio for the 2023-2024 fiscal year budget. This amount will be allocated among the following categories as shown. I move to pass this bill.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is moved and seconded, is there any debate? Seeing no debate, you can move into a vote. Ayes have it, and this bill will be passed as written. That concludes current orders of business. We'll move on to future orders of business, starting with bill presented by Senator Herring.
Herring at large, I ask for approval of the following in line 402.7 to change, this applies to the judicial board. Right now, they're required to inform parties of their decision within 48 business hours of the formal hearing. And we're just changing that to, it's 48 business hours instead of just regular hours. Sorry, I worded that correctly. But now we're doing business hours instead of just 48 hours to allow for some leeway if something were to come in after 5 on a Friday, except for elections, in which those still have to be 24 hours.
Are there any questions on this future order? Okay, looks good. Next future order of business is brought to you by Senator DeVay.
Okay, I ask for the approval of the following. These are changes in 1006.2. Basically just says that now a candidate wishing to withdraw from an election can go in person or online. It used to be only in person to the SGA office. In 1008 5.12, it's just changing Auburn University Student Center to Melton. 1009.1.14.7, there's just a typo to strike B and change it to quality. 1100.3, the Executive Director of Campus Recreation and Wellness is a new title now, so we can just change that to reflect that. And 1103.1, it's the same thing, just change the title.
Are there any questions on this future order? We're moving to the final future order of business brought to you by Senator Marino.
Marina, Sam, I asked for approval of the following. Basically what 302.1.2 is just changing from 8 to 5. It's just kind of switching that to office hours from 7:45 a.m. to 4:45 p.m. And then 302.1.3 is just striking at least 12 hours. It's just now just the board's weekly meeting for executive committee. And then 303.7.1.2, it's just making students plural. Just keep them informed of academic affairs, policies, and conditions. And then 303.8.1.3, it's just capitalizing student affairs.
Are there any questions on this future order? Thank you, Senator Marino. And next, we're gonna have advisor 3 pointers, so back in the PowerPoint. I'm gonna do this sitting down because I fell asleep. I can't stand right now.
I'm getting my slides up. So what this is, if y'all don't remember this, or maybe it's been a minute since I've done one, this is something that I've done a couple times for the SGA cabinet meetings, and then start bringing them to Senate as well. So what advisor's 3 pointers are, if you don't remember, is 3 points at 3 or under 3 minutes. You can clock me if you want. So what we're going to talk about is the September effect. I'm going to kind of loop that in with what's known as around campus as the September slump. So where's my econ finance people? Are y'all college of business people over here? Okay, so econ is over here. So do any of y'all know about the September effect in terms of economics and finance? Donovan, what is it?
Normally the stock market goes down during September.
Right, they expect it to go up, but it actually goes down.
Yeah.
So if you go to the next slide, I guess the textbook phrase for the September effect is the historically weak stock market returns that are observed during the month of September, like Jonathan alluded to, it violates the assumption of market efficiency. The market assumes that the stock market will be very healthy, everyone's spending their money, when in reality, September, everyone's back to school, everyone's already spent their money from summer vacation, they're not really planning on traveling until the holidays, and also kind of stockpiling their money to spend it during the holidays. So go to the next one. That kind of goes a little bit more deeper into what it is. It's, again, an anomaly, and it's considered to be attributable to seasonal behavior bias, So a question for y'all, as you kind of think about what the September effect is in economics, I kind of think about this in terms of what's known as the September slump, which I learned about a couple years ago, actually from an SGA student who said, yeah, September is when homecoming happens, I have a lot of exams during September. You kind of think that it's going to be like the best month out of the fall semester because all these awesome like SEC games are starting, when in reality, for an Auburn student, it's often the most exhausting. A lot of things come to a head in September, and you think it's going to be the best month of the fall, but in reality, it's the most exhausting. So question for y'all, how do you anticipate or predict your slumps? Like what kind of do you recognize in your own behavior where you're thinking, I'm kind of slowing down a little bit? Yeah.
Getting less sleep.
Getting less sleep, huge, that's a big one. What else? Dylan? Okay, so looking forward to the end of the week. On Monday? Yeah. So Monday you're like, is this week over yet? Yep. Yeah.
Just lacking motivation.
Lacking motivation. A lot of nods. The next one. Oh, Maddie.
After a big test week.
After a big test week. Which when I talk to y'all seem like you have a test every single week. I don't think there's exam weeks anymore. Y'all just seem to have exams all the time. So kind of to battle that September effect or the September slump, a couple of tips that I was thinking a lot about. The first one being take inventory, and it sounds pretty self-explanatory, but take a little bit of inventory on your life of what is going well, what am I seriously crushing and knocking out of the park, what's going super well for me, what am I really spending a lot of time dedicating towards, and what am I doing super, super well at. Where can I grow? So what are some areas where you thought at the top of the year, okay, I really want to gain this skill or I want to pour more into this organization I'm a part of. What can I start doing? So what was like your New Year's resolution or your fall resolution that you want to start? And lastly, what can you let go of? I feel like we don't really ask ourselves that question a lot because you don't want to let go of certain things that you care about. But that's also important to take stock in as well when you're going through the September slump is what can I just, stop doing? Accountability, trust that feedback is love. I think I might have brought this right to cabinet. But feedback truly is love. Take feedback for what it is. Someone holding you accountable if they're saying, hey, I kind of recognize you're not really killing this part of this task that we're working on together, or we're in a group project and I want to hold you accountable to what our different roles are in this group project. So be sure to listen to accountability and take it for what it is. Trust others. So what I like to do is talk to someone that I trust and believe what they're saying, that truly is loving feedback. And finally, trust your gut. Believe me when I tell you this, I've gone through it and people that I love have gone through it. If you do not give yourself a break after a September slump or a November slump or even an April slump, your body's going to take a break for you and it's not going to come at a very convenient time. So trust your gut when it's telling you, hey, let's take a little break. That's it.
Thanks, Jamie. Thank y'all who came to dinner last week. I had so much fun getting to hang out with y'all outside of 2222/2223. And I have an executive student council meeting this week, so if y'all have anything that you want me to bring to your president and vice president of your college, let me know. And then Senate and the Edge next week, as I said, come as you are. Thanks, Jack, for helping us set that up. And finally, I brought y'all mini cupcakes for Ethan's birthday, so we're gonna sing and come grab a cupcake. Happy birthday.